Anybody has some great ideas or suggestions? Governor?
Thank you, Mr. President. Two comments, one from the state of Washington.
Right.
Thank you. We have a program called the Extreme Risk Protection Order System that has been supremely effective in allowing family members that realize there's a risk to have them separated from their firearm. It involves a judicial decision, it involves a hearing, and it has saved lives, I'm sure, in the state of Washington. And I would commend it to you for national attention, because it makes sure that when you have an uncle that might be, you have concern about depression, it allows law enforcement to separate your uncle and depressed uncle from his firearm. Right. If you have somebody in your family that might have some violent tendencies, after a hearing, an ex parte or a potential ex parte order, you get an order to actually allow law enforcement to remove them. It's been in operation for a year. It's been extremely successful. I would commend it to you. Second issue. Now, I know that you have suggested arming our teachers. And
not your teachers. Arming a small portion that are very gun adept, that truly know how to handle. Because so I do feel, Governor, it's very important that gun-free zones, you have a gun-free zone, it's like an invitation for these very sick people to go there. I do think that there has to be some form of major retaliation if they're able to enter a school. And if that happens, you're not going to have any problems anymore, because they're never going to the school. You're never going to have a problem. So it would just be a very small group of people that are very gun adept. Anyway, go ahead, Governor.
If I may respond to that, let me just suggest whatever percentage it is. I heard at one time you might have suggested 20%. Whatever percentage it is, speaking as a grandfather, speaking as a governor of the state of Washington, I have listened to the people who would be affected by that. I have listened to the biology teachers, and they don't want to do that at any percentage. I've listened to the first grade teachers that don't want to be pistol packing first grade teachers. I've listened to law enforcement who have said they don't want to have to train teachers as law enforcement agencies, which takes about 6 months. Now, I just think this is a circumstance where we need to listen, that educators should educate, and they should not be foisted upon this responsibility of packing heat in first grade classes. Now, I understand you have suggested this, and we suggest things, and sometimes then we listen to people about it, and maybe they don't look so good a little later. So I just suggest we need a little less tweeting here, a little more listening, and let's just take that off the table and move forward.
All right, thank you very much. You know, we have a number of states right now that do that.